morning and welcome. My name's Kate. In this video I'm just going to carry on with a bit of a bread theme. It's Easter weekend here and I need to take something last minute to a family meal. I don't have anything to pull out of my pantry or freezer that I can take, and the shops are closed today. So this recipe is perfect if you just need something last minute to make. It's no yeast bread, so you're not having to wait for bread to rise and do stretch and folds and all those kind of things. The rising agent that we're using is actually baking powder. So this is not a traditional type of bread, but just something that you can make really easily and quickly. It's great for a midweek family meal if you just need to bulk your meal up a little bit. And it really is just using staple pantry ingredients. If you've got flour and baking powder and just a few little added extras that you will have in your pantry, then this is the perfect bread for you to make. So let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do is get the oven onto just a regular bake to preheat, 180 degrees Celsius or 356 degrees Fahrenheit. So first of all, I'm just going to prepare my loaf tin, just a standard loaf tin that you might have at home. Small or medium size is absolutely fine. Just line it with some baking paper. The ingredients that are in this recipe are super easy. We've got flour, baking powder, a little bit of sugar and some salt, and then either beer, or I'm just using some soda water here, or you could even just use plain extra water. This loaf is a more dense loaf, so it's not light and fluffy like a normal, traditional bread loaf. So I've got 3 cups of flour here. This is a mix of wholemeal flour and normal flour because that's just what I had in my cupboard. Now if you're using self-raising flour, which is absolutely fine, you just need to take out or omit the baking powder that is also used in the recipe. I've got 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to mix together the flour, baking powder, sugar and salt all goes in. Just going to mix that until that's combined. And I'm just going to make a well in the middle there. And that's where my water is going to go into. So 375 mils of water, bubbly water. And we're just going to mix this until it's combined. If you have used some wholemeal flour, then it may actually need a little bit more water because it does soak up more than just plain flour. So you want this to be a sticky consistency, not overly dry. So that looks like it's all come together well. It's got that scraggy look to it. And now we're just going to pour this mixture into our loaf tin. And the beauty of this bread is it doesn't need to sit and rise for hours. It's pretty much ready to go into the oven once we've put some toppings onto it. Pat that down into the corners. So we've got our mixture in our loaf tin here, and now we get to do the fun and yummy part, and that's to put some toppings onto it before we pop it into the oven. So you can put anything on top. Just have a look in your pantry and your fridge and see what you've got. You could add, any kind of cheese, Parmesan cheese. I'm going to add some olives, sun-dried tomatoes here that I'm going to chop up, a bit of garlic, and then you could, top it with sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, cumin seeds, poppy seeds, capers, anything that is just going to be, to your tastes, as a lovely topping to put on top. I'm also going to put some herbs. I've got some, and spices, some paprika and some oregano that I'm going to sprinkle on top as well. So I'll just show you how we do that. So I've got all my toppings here now, chopped and ready to go, and let's get them on top. So this is now going into the preheated oven for 40 minutes until it's nice and golden on top and it has obviously risen. As you can see here, it's really started to rise really well and the cheese is all bubbling, starting to go golden brown. It looks delicious. This is finished now. My kitchen smells divine. So I've just let this cool down a bit. It's lovely and golden. When you press it, it's nice and bouncy. Let's just cut into it. It's risen nicely. So you can see it's nice and springy. It's got some nice holes in it that a nice loaf of bread should have. This bread is delicious just on its own, with some melted butter on top, or your favourite spread. It is versatile enough to use as a sandwich bread or toast it with eggs on top. Whichever way you use it, it will be enjoyed by everyone in your family. If you can bake a cake, then you can bake this bread. And it would be so easy to double or triple the mixture for multiple loaves. So good. Thanks so much for joining me again. If you'd like to see more videos like this, easy family recipes for, a busy working family, meal planning, decluttering, just general life stuff going on for a family that's working full time and is busy, then please subscribe, hit the like button, and I will see you again very soon.